Let me hear you say ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. Crazy at this thing of love, just what I've been dreaming of. I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. That's why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today I'm at Tufts Market on Charles Street and Ledge Street in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm here with the proprietor. Sir, could you kindly tell us your name and how long this business has been here?
My name is Tunde. I've been in business here for the past almost 35 years.
Wow. And what kind of support have you received from the community, especially the African community?
Yeah, it's a good question. The community have been supporting us, been patronizing us. Basically, if you come here, you want to get the best of Africa, this is the right place to come. Choose Market, 611 Shah Street, Providence, Rhode Island.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure we're going to spread the news and people will see your business, and I hope more people come to support you.
I really appreciate that, and thank you for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tuna Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, our season is changing. We're going from summer to fall. Allergies are increasing. I can feel my nose itching right now, so I know allergies are in the air. So for all of us who have allergy problems when the season change, make sure you take your medication, okay? Because I can feel my nose itching right now. But anyway, good morning. And it's good to be here this morning. My topics for this morning are: 1, Omar Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf's children, George Weah et al., are at the killing opposition leaders game in Liberia again. The Sammy Doe-George Weah dummy syndrome. 2, frying banana donuts with teacher Amy Mason on Dr. Glenn S. Prescod Community Self-Help Vocational Baking School, Buduburam Refugee Camp in Ghana. Those are my topics for this morning, and they are very serious, especially my first topic. It's unbelievable, but it's true because we've seen it before. So let me take my break, and we'll be back to discuss some community issues.
Run Your Form Fitness. I do all my training here at Fit First with my cousin Jolan. I specialize in 50 and over clients with functional movement. And I do other clients too, younger groups. I do kids also, but I specialize in functional movement and working with older clients and seniors and getting them to move constantly. You got to keep moving. If we're not moving, we're losing, team. You know what I mean? So Your Form Fitness, we started to correct people's form. When you start out with good form, you usually get good results. So come check us out at Fit First. We are at Cranston.
So it's good to be back. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, allergy season is here on us. So I just got to keep myself kosher. So, Omar Ellen children, George Weah et al., are at the killing opposition game again in Liberia. The Sammy Doe-George Weah dummy syndrome. This is a serious matter. So let's take a few minutes, 8 minutes, and check out this video.
The international community has uncovered a very dangerous plot by George Weah to win the next election by rigging it in order to remain in power, and he'll do it by any means necessary. With less than 600 soldiers in the entire National Army, Weah has raised a secret and very dangerous militia, filled with the worst criminals recruited from Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda. These mercenaries are fully armed and ready to destroy Weah's opposition. They've been well funded with the new missing money. Billions were printed and stolen over the last couple of years. This includes the 8 billions printed earlier this year in 2022 alone. This terrorist group is made up of foreigners from Jamaica, Burkina Faso, Middle East and Nigeria. Locally, they've also recruited and trained ATU rebels from former warlord Taylor through Monrovia's city mayor, Jefferson Kugi. Unfortunately for the Grand Gideons, their county is being used as a training base without their citizens' knowledge. At the time of this report, there have been many sightings and ongoing pleas for help, but the government has refused to help. Investigators confirm the militia are currently using Doe's compound in Zwedru for secret meetings and storing large weaponry without the family's knowledge. Sources claim Weah is trying to purchase Doe's property through a secret party. Furthermore, Weah is behind a large number of citizens from Nimba moving into Grand Guinea to destabilise the county and plot their revenge. Ringleaders in this evil plot are Zu Penyu and Kai Farley, who've been paid millions to betray their county and people. Both Penyu and Farley have been at the very core of election rigging and numerous corruption scandals, such as the disappearance of Alfred Dunner, a magistrate from the elections department who refused to participate in rigging elections. They report directly to disgraced Nathaniel McGill, who's been linked to secret killings, now blacklisted by the US for corruption. Weah's plan is twofold. First, burn down Doe's compound to destroy any trace, then eliminate citizens of Grand Guinea, thus allowing the Burkinabés to take over the county, and fulfilling Weah's agreed plan with Sirleaf. Similarly to the destruction the Burkinabés caused in Ivory Coast. Next stop for this militia is Monrovia. Again, they're being fully funded and well taken care of with the new money, which never made it into circulation. This money was kept as Weah's personal stash to pay his illegal army and illicit activities, such as flying in prostitutes from India and supporting his reggae music career. Finally, sources have confirmed that Weah is building a protected facility on Broad Street to secure the money outside of the banking system. We will continue to bring you updates on Weah's secret plans. Our prayers are with the citizens of Liberia. God save Liberia.
God save Liberia and Liberian people. Foreigners saying that now. Can you imagine this? We told you all along. You say, oh, Chesson this, Chesson that. There are two things going on. One, this is deja vu. All over again. Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf knew it. She knew it. She was on a Doe. Doe put her in jail. She knows what happens when you put an ignoramus in government and give him money. Not even give him it, just expose him to it and give him the power to control it. He's going to steal it, misuse it, and waste it. It happened before. So this is all deja vu, all over again. We got another ignoramus. Our people, that's why Ellen Johnson started the war. So we could wipe out all the old people and the young people come, she'll be in control. Anything they tell them, they will believe it. And our country will fall further into despair, destruction, and corruption. So here we are again. We have another Simon Doe in power. What do you all think will happen? We put this man there, he doesn't know nothing. All his buddies around here are ignoramuses and warlords and killers. We put them in power. We elect all the criminals in the legislature. The president is a criminal, the legislature a criminal. What do you expect? Now the whole while they're there, they have stolen all our money. Ab initio, from the very beginning, they stole it. How do you think they're going to keep the people quiet? They're not smart enough to devise ingenious plans to bribe the people that taught Tutman. They're not smart to lead the people in a deceptive direction. They're not smart. So what do you think they will do after they have stolen all this money? They have done all this illegal stuff. What do you think they will do? The same thing Sammy Doe did. Try to stay in power for life and control Liberia. How you control Liberia when you die? What will happen to you? I mean, I don't understand these people thinking. You just think you would kill everybody, take over the country, and just control it. Who would take it over after you? And look at all the dictators in Africa. All over Africa. In the end, their country end up either fighting or killing them, or the people rising up against them. Something happens. And the country, those countries with dictators are left virtually destroyed because they have ripped the country of everything. And our country in Liberia is virtually destroyed too. Listen to this man, how he talking about how these people diverted all our money to use to build a private army for George Weah. Now he's building somewhere on Broad Street to stash the money he's stealing. These people, what's wrong with these people? Are they crazy? They don't like for history. They see what happened in our country time and time again, and they don't learn. They just feel that Liberian people will just submit to themselves, to these criminals. Sooner or later, something will happen because our international people, now they see the truth. They see what happened. And they see by putting this man in power was a terrible mistake for the Liberian people. It was a mistake. And Johnson-Sirleaf was a mistake. They trusted her to change our country and build a good nation that would be viable and productive. The woman just stole our money. She stole our money and just killed our people and destroyed the country. Then she gave it to these criminals to destroy it or to hide her evil ways. But they can't hide because we own her. We own all of them. We're checking on all of them. We're not afraid of them. You know, we got to die. All of us got to die sometime or another. We can't be afraid, my people. We can't be afraid. We're dying already. No food in the country, no health care, no good living conditions. What more do we need to survive under these people? The time of the Liberian people is now. We got to stand up for our survival or we'll perish. We'll perish. And it's not fair and right to our young children, our future. It's not fair to them. How can it be fair to them? We warn you. Secondly, Pazawi were in Grand Jita this year for vacation or something. He went to bury his father. Peace be to his ashes. He went to bury his father. And while he was there, he's the same thing he told us is what this white man just told us. The identical thing, that the country was being run over by Burkina bees, that there was no law and order in the country. These people were overrunning the country. What they did, they tried to arrest him, or they did arrest him. Since Weah got back, we haven't heard anything about that area. And Lord, they silenced him too about talking about that area. He talks about George Weah. Since Weah been back, I've not heard him. He talked about it when they were going to arrest him. He was calling on us to assist him. So we don't know what happened. But since Weah been back to the United States of America, he has not spoken about Grand Jita County. He talked about George Weah, all this, but he will not talk about Grand Jita County no more. So what happened with Weah too? Because he was telling us in Grand Jita when he was in Liberia that the Burkina bees were taking over Grand Jita County, that all the people there were submissive to the foreigners. He couldn't he couldn't remember anything in Grand Jita no more because there are more Burkina bees there than anybody. But they silenced him. So since he's been back, he has not spoken about it at all. And now it's come out to show that what he was saying when he was there was true. He said he didn't even remember the people in his county no more, in his area no more, because they were all Burkinabes. They were speaking languages he couldn't understand. And here it is before us now. It has all been revealed that these people were already brought there by George Weah, McGill, Koji, and all the suspended people. But thank God, the United States is saying that the NEC should not hire these sanctioned people, because they're challenging the NEC too. The corruption, the evil, the stealing, the killing got to stop in our country. It got to stop, my people. We keep talking about it. We say, I told you, I said, whenever you put an uneducated man in power and he steals, he has nothing to lean on. He has no intelligence to defend himself. He cannot. George Weah is a bobo. You challenge him, he can't talk. He will lose control of himself. All they got to rely on is violence and gun to stay in power, because they know the crimes they have committed. When they move from there, we're coming after them. And they're scared as hell, and they don't want that. So my Liberian people, this is a challenge. We're going to war. The people already trained. The people already armed. They already stolen billions of dollars of our money and using it to train these people. You think they will give up? They ain't going to give up. So we're going to have a little bit of violence in our country soon. Or we got to overthrow this man, punish Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf and her family. Because where else? The people already training to stop us from having election. The same thing Doe did, kill the opposition. So Boca, all of them right now, Cummings, all of them, their lives are in danger. Their lives are in danger. They could be killed anytime. Don't say we didn't warn you. Don't say we didn't warn you. You're talking about educated people being bad and all of this. At least the educated people don't form army to kill your own people. Yeah, we got educated people that are bad. We'll punish them. They need to be punished too, and we'll punish them in due time. But we got to protect our country. We got to stop the violence. We got to deal with these wicked people and Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf. I keep telling you, we got to reel Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf in and put her in jail. We got to jail Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf. She's behind all of this. And that old woman is wicked. She's wicked. And the time of the Liberian people is now. Rise, my patriots, rise. Don't let these people lead our country to violence. Rise and protest. Rise, get in the streets. Stop this government. Let the U.S. come in and remove George Weah. Stop the government. Everybody get out in the street. Nobody work. We got to protest. The government got to go. Forming a secret army against the Liberian people is the highest form of treachery and traitorous act that a president of Liberia can perform against the Liberian people. And it's time for us to rise. My patriots, if you never thought about our country in your lives, think about it now and how we need to move this criminal and his bandits. Listen to all of these people, Koji, McGill. You know the other people in McGill and Koji in it, you know, Toy in it, you know, all the other people in it. These people won't kill our people again. They won't lead us into civil war again. We can't allow it. We cannot allow it. The foreigners have warned us, and they keep warning us, and we're not listening. We're not paying attention. As if we don't even care for our own selves in our country. Where are we going from here, my people? Where are we going? The time of the Liberian people is now. Our destiny is in your hands. Are we going to let these criminals and rogues lead our country into violence and further destruction and despair with their evil designs to stay in power forever? Or are we as a people going to say, no, enough is enough? George Weah, Johnson-Sirleaf, and all of them got to go. They got to go. And we, the Liberian people, got to make it happen. Rise, my people. Rise up. Stop everything in the country. We know this man got evil intention. We know he's a murderer. We know he and his people are murderous people. We got to stop it to save our country, our children. We got to stop it to save our women. We got to stop it because God has told us what their intentions are. Before they even got it off the ground, the foreigners are warning us. The time of the Liberian people is now. If you've never been a patriot before, you must be a patriot now. Because I told you from time immemorial that our democracy is on the verge of being shattered. It's on the verge of being destroyed with violence and evil people. Johnson-Sirleaf, in spite of her education, she's a wicked, evil woman. So the education means nothing to her. All she has fought for all her life is to be president of Africa and Liberia, the first female president. Now she got it. She enjoyed that status. She doesn't want to let it go. But she did some terrible things in Liberia. She allowed her family to destroy our country and rip our country off. And she won't live in glory all her life when she's a criminal. It can't happen. In the cause of the Liberian people, it can't happen. We got to reel Johnson-Sirleaf and all these criminals in for prosecution and punishment. Let's look at this tape one more time so it can sit in our heads of how these people are wicked and we need to get rid of them ASAP. Don't say Chesson didn't warn you. I warn you. I told you our country has not recovered from the war. We have not had a leader to discipline our people and reel them back in from lawlessness, from despair, from just being lost. Reel them back in and give them a reason to live. Give them a reason to honor law and order and be a part of a growing society. Why do you think we got so many Zokos? All of us probably are Zokos. It's just that those people are bare unfortunate. But all of us unfortunate, man, we can't come together to build our country. We can't come together to see the wickedness that these people perpetrating against us. We can't come together, man. It's not right. It's not right, man. They're taking advantage of us, man. We got too many young children in our nation, and they're using them. They're using them to perpetrate fraud and corruption and evil against our people. My children, these people don't mean no good to y'all. All that Muya and George Weah and all these kind of things, they don't mean no good to y'all. You seen it now. They don't mean no good to us. Nobody who want to destroy our country and have secret army and all these things can mean any good to our Liberian people. It's in your face. It's in your faces. We either take our country back from these criminals or we let them make us afraid and run in our houses and lock our doors. And those are not the kind of Liberian people I know. My people are not cowards, nor chickens. My people are resilient and powerful. Rise up against these criminals and let's put them in jail and punish them for life. Take back our money. All the properties George Weah got, we take it back. Everything Johnson-Sirleaf got, we confiscate it. They are criminals. And we let the world know that we are criminals. And we'll punish them because the time of the Liberian people is now. Aluta continua. My class is done on this topic.
located 1655 Elmwood Ave, Princeton, Rhode Island. We take care of all your personal training needs. We have 7 trainers here, including 2 boxing trainers. So whatever your goals, we can help you out. Come through, hit us up 401-588-9517. We are Fit First RI on Instagram and all social media platforms.
West African, mainly Liberian dishes.
How long has this business been in operation?
We've been in business for about 5 years now.
How has the cooperation of the community been?
It's been pretty much supportive, not just Africans, but also our brothers and sisters, the African American community also been supportive, as well as other African and even other nationalities. So far, so good. We've been having a lot of support from different ethnic groups and different nationalities.
The international community has uncovered a very dangerous plot by George Weah to win the next election by rigging it in order to remain in power, and he'll do it by any means necessary. With less than 600 soldiers in the entire National Army, Weah has raised a secret and very dangerous militia, filled with the worst criminals recruited from Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda. These mercenaries are fully armed and ready to destroy Weah's opposition. They've been well funded with the new missing money. Billions were printed and stolen over the last couple of years. This includes the 8 billions printed earlier this year in 2022 alone. This terrorist group is made up of foreigners from Jamaica, Burkina Faso, Middle East and Nigeria. Locally, they've also recruited and trained ATU rebels from former warlord Taylor through Monrovia's city mayor, Jefferson Kugi. Unfortunately for the Grand Gideons, their county is being used as a training base without their citizens' knowledge. At the time of this report, there have been many sightings and ongoing pleas for help, but the government has refused to help. Investigators confirm the militia are currently using Doe's compound in Zwedru for secret meetings and storing large weaponry without the family's knowledge. Sources claim Weah is trying to purchase Doe's property through a secret party. Furthermore, Weah is behind a large number of citizens from Nimba moving into Grand Guinea to destabilise the county and plot their revenge. Ringleaders in this evil plot are Zu Penyu and Kai Farley, who've been paid millions to betray their county and people. Both Penyu and Farley have been at the very core of election rigging and numerous corruption scandals, such as the disappearance of Alfred Dunner, a magistrate from the elections department who refused to participate in rigging elections. They report directly to disgraced Nathaniel McGill, who's been linked to secret killings, now blacklisted by the US for corruption. Weah's plan is twofold. First, burn down Doe's compound to destroy any trace, then eliminate citizens of Grand Guinea, thus allowing the Burkinabés to take over the county, and fulfilling Weah's agreed plan with Sirleaf. Similarly to the destruction the Burkinabés caused in Ivory Coast. Next stop for this militia is Monrovia. Again, they're being fully funded and well taken care of with the new money, which never made it into circulation. This money was kept as Weah's personal stash to pay his illegal army and illicit activities, such as flying in prostitutes from India and supporting his reggae music career. Finally, sources have confirmed that Weah is building a protected facility on Broad Street to secure the money outside of the banking system. We will continue to bring you updates on Weah's secret plans. Our prayers are with the citizens of Liberia. God save Liberia.
God save Liberia. God save Liberia. And why these wicked people are plotting another war in our country? Let's turn to my people in the Buduburam refugee camp who are trying to better their lives. And also celebrate my wife's and co-editors and co-director, co-producers' birthday on Monday, September 19th. The people on Buduburam refugee camp are joining us and me in celebrating Karen McLaurin Chesson's birthday. It's starting today with the children's party. There's going to be a children party for all the children on the Buduburam refugee camp today. Starting soon, they're going to be having a party. Then on Monday, they're going to have a kickball game where Dr. Prescod School morning session will play the afternoon session to see who got the real kahunas on the campus. Then after that, we're going to have a big meal where all the friends of Chesson and their friends and relatives will join us to eat and drink on Karen McLaurin Chesson's birthday. The old folks will be given rice to take home. After they eat, they will be given each a bag of rice to take home to cook for the week, for the rest of the week. This is in celebration of the birthday of Karen McLaurin Chesson, which is on Monday, September 19th, 2022. So let's go to the camp right now. They're supposed to be baking banana bread today. And they have teacher Amy Mason with them. So let's go there and see what our people are doing today.
Good morning. Says me good morning. Welcome to Wall Stage. We see a lot of banana people around today. Don't drink today. Banana to now. Yeah, you gotta get on. I want to know how you can. I don't know how much you know. I want to know how you doing it. What go washing you?
Yeah, where you The banana, the flour, you measure your flour, which is 4 ounces. Then your sugar, which is 1 cup. Then you put the sugar, you measure the sugar 1 cup and put it in the bowl. Then 1/2 cup, and 1/4 cup margarine. 1/4 cup margarine. Then you cream it. You add your 2 eggs. You add 1 teaspoon vanilla inside, and you cream. When you finish creaming, you beat your banana in extra bowl, and use tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, which is 12. You use 12 and measure it and put it in the creamy mixture. Then you stir it.
When you finish stirring it, as you measure your 1.4 ounces flour, you put pinch of salt, 1 pinch of salt, 1 pinch of a teaspoon nutmeg. You mix it in the flour. After you finish, you take your creamy mixture, well mixed with the banana, the sugar, and everything. Then you add in your dry ingredients and stir it to form a dough. That's how you form a dough. When it's too soft, you add flour to make the dough to be a little bit between soft and hard. But it shouldn't be hard, it should be very soft. Because this one you see here, it's not hard. It's not too soft. So it should just be flexible there. And you cut it, put it in your baking sheet. The baking sheet, you're not baking, you just finger taking your baking tray, flour in your baking tray. As you cut, you use the middle part with this, because that's how we use it. But it has some cutter, everything is in one. As you cut, you just put it there. You won't allow it to sit down. You finish cutting, you just start frying. Nice cook.
Alright. But any message to mommy and daddy, mommy bought the beat on Monday. Where they continue tomorrow. When they start tomorrow. Any message to daddy and mommy?
You want to say good morning to mommy and daddy. You want to tell something for spending your life every day, preserving you every day. It is my pleasure to say I'm so happy for what you people are doing for the students. They are children learning. And there's a way in which you can even trust them to do something when you are not around. So I want to say happy birthday to mommy. May you live to see many, many more years to come and see your dreams and vision coming to pass in the name of Jesus. Amen. We pray that long life will God satisfy you. And you will never ever, you and daddy will never ever regret it in life. All the blessings, all the blessings and all the love I shower unto you.
Amen. Okay, thank you. This is younger CEO. On time. You're welcome.
dedicated to cooking from the soul. We've been here for a year and a few days actually, and this is the spot that you want to come to when you want to indulge in great soul food. Here we offer collard greens, baked macaroni and cheese, we have the fish and grits, shrimp and grits on Sundays of course, and a lot of other soul food norms added with a little bit of our fusion. Chef Summer Duffin is the chef in the kitchen, and just come on down and check us out. You will not regret it.
We are at Garden of Eve Caribbean cuisine. So we have a beautiful outdoor that we have a selection of different type of food that you can enjoy. We have jerk chicken, jerk ribs, especially the weekend. We got some different specials gonna go on, and we are basic Haitian cooking, but also you can find a little bit of everything that we carry here. And we are at 405 Harris Avenue, Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you, come on by and try us out. Looking forward to see you guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show this morning. But before I leave and leave you alone for these 2 days, tomorrow I'll not be on. So I just want to leave you with this reminder of the danger our country and people are facing from these dummies leading Liberia, from the criminals and rogues and murderers leading Liberia. Rise up, Liberian people. Rise up. The message has been given to you loud and clear that these rogues and dummies want to start violence and evil in our country again. It cannot happen. Rise up. Put Johnson-Sirleaf in jail. Put George Weah in jail. Take our country back from these criminals. The time of the Liberian people is now. Rise, my patriots. Rise. Or these evil people will take our country into their hands. Stop the evil. Stop the evil. Stop.
The international community has uncovered a very dangerous plot by George Weah to win the next election by rigging it in order to remain in power, and he'll do it by any means necessary. With less than 600 soldiers in the entire National Army, Weah has raised a secret and very dangerous militia, filled with the worst criminals recruited from Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda. These mercenaries are fully armed and ready to destroy Weah's opposition. They've been well funded with the new missing money. Billions were printed and stolen over the last couple of years. This includes the 8 billions printed earlier this year in 2022 alone. This terrorist group is made up of foreigners from Jamaica, Burkina Faso, Middle East and Nigeria. Locally, they've also recruited and trained ATU rebels from former warlord Taylor through Monrovia's city mayor, Jefferson Kugi. Unfortunately for the Grand Gideons, their county is being used as a training base without their citizens' knowledge. At the time of this report, there have been many sightings and ongoing pleas for help, but the government has refused to help. Investigators confirm the militia are currently using Doe's compound in Zouay-Drou for secret meetings and storing large weaponry without the family's knowledge. Sources claim Weah is trying to purchase Doe's property through a secret party. Furthermore, Weah is behind a large number of citizens from Nimba moving into Grand Guinea to destabilise the county and plot their revenge. Ringleaders in this evil plot are Zhu Penyu and Kai Farley, who've been paid millions to betray their county and people. Both Penyu and Farley have been at the very core of election rigging and numerous corruption scandals, such as the disappearance of Alfred Dunner, a magistrate from the elections department who refused to participate in rigging elections. They report directly to disgraced Nathaniel McGill, who's been linked to secret killings, now blacklisted by the US for corruption. Weah's plan is twofold. First, burn down Doe's compound to destroy any trace, then eliminate citizens of Grand Guinea, thus allowing the Burkinabés to take over the county, and fulfilling Weah's agreed plan with Sirleaf. Similarly to the destruction the Burkinabés caused in Ivory Coast, next stop for this militia is Monrovia. Again, they're being fully funded and well taken care of with the new money, which never made it into circulation. This money was kept as Weah's personal stash to pay his illegal army and illicit activities, such as flying in prostitutes from India and supporting his reggae music career. Finally, sources have confirmed that Weah is building a protected facility on Broad Street to secure the money outside of the banking system. We will continue to bring you updates on Weah's secret plans. Our prayers are with the citizens of Liberia. God save Liberia.
Our prayers are with the people of Liberia. God save Liberia. That's my show for this day. The Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson show is done, and I am out. Have a good day. I'll see you on Monday.